Hello friends, I hope you're doing well. There is a lot of sickness going around though, and high fevers that come with viral infections can be really scary to people, especially parents of young children. They tend to reach for fever reducing medications right away, but these medications can actually do more harm than good. So in today's video, I want to teach you how to manage fevers naturally so that the body can heal itself effectively and quickly, and so that you become more confident caring for yourself and your family, really being a healer in your own home. I'm Brandy Falcon, practitioner of many Eastern healing arts, and I help families make empowered choices to heal in body, heart, mind, and spirit. So if this sounds wonderfully supporting to you, then go ahead and subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a new video. So I want to begin by reminding you that fever is the body's best defense against infections. The heat kills microorganisms, pathogens that enter the body. The heat increases your circulation to mobilize the blood and the white blood cells that traverse through them. And the circulation also helps to expel the pathogens from our body. And having a strong fever is indicative of a strong immune system. So that's something that we absolutely do not want to suppress. And really, when we're managing fevers, it's just to stay comfortable so the body can rest and heal on its own. Now, we all have a different tolerance about what we can endure. And so that's something you'll need to experiment with, but I definitely recommend starting off with these natural remedies that I'm going to be sharing with you in a moment. And then if it does become worrisome for you, use your best judgment to use another medication. Now, I am not a medical doctor. What I'm suggesting may be different from your health practitioner. So definitely trust your gut, weigh the options. I just want to mention some of the risks that are associated with Tylenol and ibuprofen, these fever-reducing medications. Right now, we're also dealing with COVID-19, and I wanted to mention a few points that you'll want to keep in mind if you are working with recovering from this illness. So Tylenol reduces glutathione, which the body needs to heal from infections. Glutathione is a natural antioxidant, and it's been shown that people who are more susceptible to COVID-19 and worsening symptoms from it actually have lower levels of glutathione. So if you're taking Tylenol, not only are you reducing the fever that can help the body heal, but you're also lowering your glutathione levels, which is really worrisome. So this antioxidant is also necessary for the body's natural detox function. It's going to help you expel these pathogens too. So definitely consider not taking this unless it is an emergency, in my opinion, and you can consider that too. With ibuprofen, with Advil, there is some research that shows it increases ACE2 receptors, which SARS-CoV-2 uses to infect cells. So as these are increased, it may also increase the rate of infection in the body. There's research on both sides of that. You can look into it yourself, but at one point, the World Health Organization was actually saying not to take it. They have since changed their stance, but any flip-flopping is worrisome to me too, so that's something I'm paying attention to, and you may want to consider that as well. So more reason to try a natural approach here. I'm going to share with you 3 main approaches that I use whenever my son is sick and has a fever. These are what I recommend to my clients as well. And it's important to note the difference here, that instead of bringing the fever down as we would expect with fever-reducing medications, with this natural approach, we're increasing the person's comfort level as they are working through the fever. We're actively fighting the infection, which reduces the body's need to mount a fever, and that's why it can come down naturally as we're actually fighting the infection. And then these methods also support the body's ability to heal. So the first thing I do when he is sick and is mounting a fever is that I try to cool him down with a washcloth, a wet washcloth. And I put a drop or 2 of peppermint essential oil on this. Spearmint would also work, and that's what I suggest to my clients as well. And so this helps him feel cooler. Even though he may still have a fever, he may feel cool enough to calm down. He won't be as restless, and he'll be able to go back to sleep, because that's really the goal, especially when this is happening at night. So you want them to go back to sleep so their body can do most of the work as they're resting and restoring. And you could put it on their forehead like this, or on the back of the neck. Does that feel good? A little cold? Now, the second thing I do is a series of acupressure points. I still use acupressure with Shay. It is just as effective as acupuncture. And kids especially may be more receptive to the acupressure. But when I'm working with clients online through distance work, it makes more sense for us to do acupressure too. So I teach self-acupressure, and I'm going to teach you those points right now. So all of these points help the body to regulate its response to the pathogen in the body. And once that is reduced, then of course the fever will come down as well. So the first point that we're going to show you is large intestine 4. And this is on the back of the hand where the thumb and the first finger come together. The end of the crease there is large intestine 4. And so you'll just place a finger there and round rub for about a minute, maybe longer. If this feels good, does it feel sore at all? No? Okay, that's good. If you're sick, it may feel sore. And this is a good point for pain as well. So if you have any body aches with your sickness, this is one you'll definitely want to include. So body aches or headaches. Mouth sores too as well. Okay, so that's large intestine 4. And then large intestine 11 is the next point. That's also on the back of the arm here. And it's at the elbow crease, right at the edge there. So again, we're going to round rub. I'm just doing this for a few seconds just to show you, but you'll be doing longer, and you could do it bilaterally, so on each hand and arm respectively for large intestine 4 and 11. Okay, the next point is on the back of the body. So Shay, if you could turn around. Okay, this one is governing vessel 14, and it's at the base of the neck here, right under C7, the 7th cervical vertebrae, and you'll round rub there. And if you're not exactly sure where that vertebrae is, just round rub this whole section. So you could do many fingers at a time here, make a broader circle all the way around. And then we're going to come to the paraspinal muscles here in between the spine and the shoulder blade. So halfway in between on both sides, level with the first rib. So T1, and you can round rub there. And again, if you're not sure, you can do this whole general area. This region is usually really achy when we have a viral infection. And it will feel good usually to do this round rubbing. And this is an area you may also want to place the wet washcloth. Okay, the next 2 points are ear points. So yeah, stay to the side there. And the first one is the ear apex. So as you fold the ear back to front, it's the pointy part there, the very top, and you can press that region a few times. Using ear seeds is even more effective. So there is this continuous pressure on there, and then you or your patient can press on it for a few seconds many times during the day. You can reach out to me if you're interested in those. We love ear seeds, don't we? Because they're pretty cool looking too. Okay, and then the next point, it's on the ear as well. And this is called the hot point. Hot because it helps with fevers. So it's on the antihelix, which is this raised part of the ear. And you may just want to press around with your nail, a clean nail, or if you have a metal probe, and see where it's sore. And then you can just round rub there with your fingernail or the probe. Or again, you can put an ear seed. And then the final therapy I want to share with you that will help manage fevers is using Chinese herbs, using natural plant medicine. So you want to have the correct diagnosis before using an herbal formula, and the practitioner is going to match up your symptoms and your constitution with this herbal formula. So it's really important that you don't self-treat and that you are working with a practitioner. Otherwise, you might experience some uncomfortable side effects, or they may just not work. And we can be using tinctures, we can be using granules, we can be using capsules. I use tinctures quite a bit with my family. It's really convenient to use this liquid formula. Shay actually doesn't mind Chinese herbs, and this is the adult formula I'm giving him right now, which is alcohol based, and it has a little bit of a zing to it. Usually kids like glycerin based formulas, which are very sweet. So that is an option if you have a child who you think might not do well with Chinese herbs. But I'm going to give Shay a little dose here. Yeah, little zing, but that's it. And he asks for herbs. So they work really well with our family again. But you'll need to work one-on-one with a practitioner. You can also use plant medicine in the form of essential oils, topically on the outside of the body. If you are using high-quality food-grade essential oils like doTERRA, you could take some of the essential oils internally. And of course, you can be diffusing it in your environment to help reduce the amount of pathogens in the air. But with the body and with fever, I would reach for the stronger essential oil blend, and you can roll it along their spine. You could put it on the soles of the feet, which are very porous and will be absorbed into the bloodstream very easily. This is a blend of frankincense, cedarwood, litsea, and rose, which has a lot of antiviral properties. So I'm going to put this on your feet. That's okay. Can I see a foot, please? Okay, and the other. And this one smells really good too. On Guard is the alternative essential oil blend you can use as well. For children, sometimes it's a little too spicy, a little too hot on the skin, so you'll definitely want to dilute that a lot for them. So I hope these techniques help you feel more comfortable as you're caring for yourself or a family member working through a fever. Remember that we want to keep them comfortable, we want to keep them home and out of the hospital, and we also want to keep the body stable so there's less of a chance that secondary infections will result. And really letting the fever run its course is going to allow the body to heal quicker. So let me know how these techniques work for you. Let me know if you'd like my personal help. I am taking new clients with my Chinese medicine online practice and with health coaching. You can also check out the description below for some of my free offers. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and check out these other wellness videos that can support your holistic health. Take care, friends.